Well, hello and welcome from the Sanga Stadium, the home of Kyoto Sanga. And what we thought was going to be a really thrilling climax to this J-League campaign is something of a damp squib. Yokohama Marinos now cannot catch the champions Vissel Kobe. What a story and what an effort from the first-time champions. But the Yokohama Marinos giving up their title, and now they have to fight for a place in the next stage of the Asian Champions League, a huge game they have coming in 10 days' time. But they also have to focus here. They know they're finishing second, they can't finish higher, can't finish lower, but they need some bounce to take into that key game against Shandong in a very, very tightly contested group. So we wait for the players to make their entrance. As for Kyoto, they could jump above Saga Tosu into 13th, and with a really healthy win, which seems unlikely, they could even go 12th above FC Tokyo. Here they come, led by our referee Hayato Shimizu, who takes charge of his 22nd J-League game of this campaign. The other subplot here that is interesting is whether or not Yokohama's centre forward Anderson can end the season as top scorer in the J-League. He's one behind Yuya Asako of Vissel at the moment. You'd have to feel that he needs Asako not to score as Vissel celebrate their title, but 2 goals would win him the award. Kevin Muscat was asked about that in his pre-match interview and said, well, if it happens, it's nice, but we're certainly not going to play for that. They'll try and win the game, and that's the right approach, isn't it? Of course, they fell short against Albirex last time, Yokohama Marinos. And that was the result, ultimately, that cost them the title. They still, though, would have needed to win this and hope that Vissel slipped up. We'll take a look at both teams in just a moment's time. Two very familiar lineups these, just one change for either side, and we'll take a look at the home team first of all. Gu has come in the middle of the campaign and taken over in goal. Rock solid back four remains. Kaneko will hold that midfield together, and then further forward Matsuda and Kawasaki play in behind the front three, where the one change does come. Yuta Toyokawa coming in for Anderson Patrick. Taichi Hara, the player that will play centrally with Kinoshita down that left-hand side. There is our referee, Hayato Shimizu. And the VAR team, we'll see in a moment, will be led by Takuto Akabe, his 157th game in any kind of role in the J-League, his 13th of the campaign as a VAR official. Here's the Yokohama Marinos side, falling just short. Carlos Eduardo's been outstanding alongside Tsunoda at centre-half. The one change is Watanabe coming into the side to play in the centre of that midfield. Nam has been a player who's underperformed plenty, but it's this threesome that has taken them so close to the title. The brilliance of Jan Mateus down the right, Elbert down the left, and Anderson Lopez with his 21 goals in this campaign. Key to the player, by the way, unavailable, allowing Kota Watanabe to come in to the centre of that midfield. So there's the Yokohama side as we prepare to get the final game of this 2023 J-League season, the 25th J-League underway. And there's Cho Kui-jae, the coach of Kyoto Sanga, and Kevin Muscat, who has taken the Yokohama Marinos so close. Lovely sunny day in Kyoto, the ancient capital of Japan. Sota Kawasaki, the key man for them, and well, where else can you look with the Marinos but with Anderson? It will be Kevin Muscat's side to get us underway. Can Yokohama go into that key Champions League game next week with a win here? Can they at least finish their season with a victory? It's all they can ask now, really, isn't it? After the title slipped away. It's interesting, the Anderson Lopez story in terms of him being top scorer. He's a very, very popular player, but you do wonder deep down how much the other players really care. They'll say all the right things about wanting him to finish as top scorer, but well, we'll see. We'll see if it happens. In a way, it would be a shame. Yuya Osaka's really the player who's won the league for Vissel. Probably deserves that crown, but if Anderson gets a hat-trick here, it may well be his. Here's Elbert. Here is Anderson with his first involvement. Shogo Asada to take the throw. Scored an own goal against, rather for, the Yokohama Marinos in their meeting in May. The one thing that has cost Muscat's side has been their defence. As ever, they've been outstanding going forward, the top scorers in the J-League, but only the 6th best defence, and that's not really good enough for them. It's those margins that end up costing you the title. And it's also been that Asian Champions League campaign. Here's Jan Mateus. Lost 7 games in the J-League in this campaign. The Yokohama Marinos more than Vissel, more even than Urawa. There's Fukuda, cleared by Gu Sung-yun. Now Hara. Elbert to spin that wide. Target is Anderson, and he goes down. Oh, I thought there was contact there. Anderson did as well. Whether there's quite enough to take a look at it, I'm not sure, but I was expecting the referee to point to the spot there. It would have been maybe a soft one. Here's Elbert. They must have just thought that Anderson went down too easily. That, see, there is still a conversation. He was just poking his finger in his ear there, the referee. It should have really happened before now. And at the other end, here goes Toyokawa with options in the middle. Just slipping and sliding, and couldn't quite get there to turn it home. Kosuke Kinoshita, was he onside? It was tight. I think he was just. Well, there will be no second look at that challenge on Anderson, that is for sure. Now Yamane. Here is Anderson. He would, of course, have taken the penalty. Now Fukuda. Here's Toyokawa. Got the freedom of that right-hand side at the moment, and cleared away by Carlos Eduardo. Now Fukuda with the throw. There's Yoshio. See Anderson making that run centrally. Now Jan Mateus. Going to cut inside on that left foot. Right there with that shape, you can see Yokohama Marinos' success in this campaign. Mateus picking it up down the right-hand side, cutting inside on his left, and the options of Elbert, who does the same on the left, and Anderson centrally. It's a lovely flick from Anderson. Now Jan Mateus. Again, straight at Gu Sung-yun. Hope this would be an open game with not a great deal at stake in terms of the wider picture, and two very good footballing sides. Cleared away by Gu. They had to be careful there, and under a little bit of pressure, Yun Ichimori cleared it away. There's Sasashi Tawiya, the big centre-half. And there's the challenge. It's clumsy, but he's gone down very easily. I think he'd be given a penalty, it stays a penalty, but completely understand that. Needs to be a bit more careful, though. That's drilled across and did remarkably well for Kuda. Now Watanabe. Look at Jan Mateus charging down that right-hand side. Wants to take them on here, Jan Mateus. He's done really well. There's Hara. Yamane. Now Watanabe in towards Anderson. Cleared away by Ichimori. Well, that's going to run all the way through. They went to sleep there, the Yokohama Marinos. And it's a chance for Taichi Hara. 6 goals for him in this campaign. Scored the winner last time against Cerezo. And could he have just got this out of his feet quicker? Not really. It's always a good recovery challenge there from Tsunoda. Of course, he'd love a big scalp here, Cho Kui-jai. They can alter their table position, remember, unlike their opposition. Falls again there for Hara. Goodness me. Ichimori stopped that on the line, and just for a moment, looked like that might wriggle through. Anderson. Jan Mateus. There's Watanabe. Means a lot to the Yokohama Marinos, that Asian Champions League. They don't have a great record in it. They felt that this year was a big chance, but they've got that huge game coming in 10 days' time against Shandong. I thought this was going to be a big game, but it's one that Kyoto Sanga and putting them under pressure in. Kinoshita, who's drifted out to that right-hand side momentarily, and once again Hara, who can look a little clumsy, just couldn't quite bring it under control. There's Anderson. Elbert. There's Carlos Eduardo. What a pass that is, looking for Elbert, but just beyond him. Watanabe. So he's got that bang on the eye. Bit of a swelling there. That hasn't happened in this game. There's Kaneko. And now Tawia Apia. There's no flag here. Oh, what an opportunity this is! Inside of the post and away, should have scored. Big, big chance for Kyoto Sanga. Now Anderson at the other end. Forward here for Elbert, for Jan Mateus, who just slipped. There was no appeal for a penalty there. Elbert, now it is opening up. Anderson through, must have been offside, yeah. Flags up on the far side. There's Matsubara. A little flick there from Jan Mateus. Forward by Asada. And then across comes Carlos Eduardo. Now Jan Mateus. Yoshio. Here's Kota Watanabe. Anderson. Well, Yokohama Marinos won the reverse fixture by 4-1. No sign of a rush of goals quite like that in this game so far. Kyoto is famously the city where time stands still. It's moving on here and it remains goalless. Otto Watanabe. Hara chasing. Well, now he sees that as a foul. Red card. The challenge by Tsunoda, I have to say, I think that's ludicrous. Remember, the law is clear goal-scoring opportunity, not last man, which everyone believes, and not for me. Yellow card, yes, free kick if you want. But I think he's really unlucky. And in fact, he did get a nick on the ball as well. That's a collision as much as anything. I can understand why they're angry about that. Firstly, there's a strong argument about whether or not that's even a foul. And secondly, you have to believe that Hara is going to bring it under control and go through on goal. Well, we've already seen him for 20 minutes fail to do that, so there's your evidence. I think that's a real shame. It's going to affect the game now. Of course, he has got someone there to help him, but they won't overturn that one because they won't see it as a clear and obvious error. He has to go. And of course, they have a free kick to defend here as well. So Tsunoda ends his season right there. Kevin Muscat, who was no stranger to a red card himself, quietly fumes. And the Yokohama Marinos are on the back foot. And Yuta Toyokawa and Shogo Asada are the two who stand over it. The idea of the sin bin that's been mooted this week and will be trialled cannot come soon enough. Three kneel down in front of the wall. Toyokawa hits it, trying to rub salt into the wound, but it's blocked easily enough. Matsubara bravely standing his ground. Now, of course, every time the challenge like that, the Yokohama Marinos players will want a yellow card. They'll want some sort of parity in terms of that. And that's the hole you dig for yourself, isn't it, when you show that red? What a chance, though, for Kyoto Sanga to finish their campaign on a high as Muscat just reorganises. That's the other problem. Centre half sent off. So You either have to make a change or you do that bit of reorganising. I think he's gone to 3 at the back. He'll have dropped one of the central midfielders in there. Here's Elbert. He does have support, Elbert, and he's floated that through just delightfully. And Anderson gives Yokohama Marinos the lead. And now he is level at the top of the goal-scoring charts. Asako better watch out. The 10 men of Yokohama in front here. Suddenly that subplot has a twist. I think he was just okay in terms of the offside. They will take a look at this. This was delightfully done. Ball inside from Yamane. What a response. Still a long way to go for the 10, but great response to the red card. He may yet get that crown. They are just having a conversation, though, about the offside. It was close as it was played back, because he wasn't, I don't think, behind the play. Nothing wrong here, it's here. Well, maybe he was. I think he's okay, just. He's confused by the fact there are 2 defenders in a line. Yep, goal stands. And Anderson moves to 22, and Vissela drawing 0-0 at Gamba. So no goal for Asako, so it's 22 all at the top of that table. Jan Mateus. Now Watanabe. That's slightly overhit. Looking to respond here, Kyoto Sanga. And in a way, the Marinos going down to 10 puts pressure here on Kyoto Sanga, as they'll feel they really ought to go on and win with the extra player. Kawasaki. Here's Anderson. Oh, great strength and skill. And eventually the run came to an end. Fukuda. Here's Anderson, Elbert running ahead of him. Here he goes, Elbert trying to get him behind. Good recovery challenge by Fukuda. Decent game here starting to brew up. No sense of it. End of season friendly or anything like that. The rain is starting to drive down as well in Kyoto. Elbert. Fukuda. Kaneko. Now Tawia Appiah. Great strong running from him, and then he rather ruins it. Half an hour played. Anderson has given the Yokohama Marinos the lead, but they're very unfortunate to be down to 10. 11 against 10 for Kyoto after Tsunoda was sent off. In a strange way, with that huge game in the Champions League to come for Kevin Muscat's team in 10 days' time, if they could win this with 10, it would really drive them forward with momentum. Coming together, that's nice though. Matsuda, who hit the post earlier, and Nam, and then there was almost an instant hug there as they realised it was getting silly. Marinos with 58% of the possession and more than double the amount of passes so far. Does tend to be the way they go about things. Here's Elbert. He's overhit that. Jan Mateus was scurrying in behind. Here's Kawasaki. Another smart run from Tema Matsuda. And it's helped on here for Fukuda. And this is the chance for the equalising goal. Hara couldn't quite get his feet right there. That, of course, as we've just seen again, is the crazy thing about the red card, really. I know it doesn't work like this with players, but that long ball forward towards Hara, if Tsunoda had just let him run, said to him, go on, have you got the skill to bring this down, to go through and score, I don't think he would have done. he's shown us on a few occasions that he's not massively got that in the locker, but of course Tsunoda can't think that way. Referee can, though. Here's Kaneko. There is Hara. Fukuda. Touch there from Anderson. Ball was always on, back here to Anderson. Elber's run offside, he's miles offside. Doesn't finish anyway, but it wouldn't have counted. They did tire quite badly last time against Albirex. Really, the three front players, they've got through so much work in this campaign. Almost feels like they've got to get the job done in the first half, or at least the first 60 minutes, maybe. There's Yoshio. Elber. Now Nam. 10 minutes to go until half-time in Kyoto. And the 10 players of the Yokohama Marinos in front here. Tawia. It's a really smart little touch on for Fukuda. Oh, it's a lovely idea! Terrific save by Ichimori. Somehow managed to claw it out from under the crossbar. Great bit of skill from Hara. That's a top save, but if he manages to just drift it further towards the corner, there would have been nothing the goalkeeper could do. Hara's unlucky there. Hara, of course, is going to be one of the main targets here, and in fact he did get his head on it, but no real direction. This one of only 2 goals so far on the final day of J-League action. We're lucky. Red card and a goal. We've had all the drama. Did so well to read that for Fukuda, but it was always getting away from him. Anderson. Kaneko. And now Inoue. It's Kinoshita. There's Appiah. take a risk or two at the back. They're keeping their shape. They've kept the three up front, so he's effectively playing 3-3-3 here, Muscat. And that will give Kyoto Sanga time on the ball, and moments like this. Fukuda. That takes a deflection. Ichimori with another good stop. I think the deflection took a little bit of the pace off it. Still did well to sprawl and push that away. There's contact there, I think, on the left ankle of Yoshio. There's that one that was just deflected up into the air. The deflection makes it easier for the goalkeeper. Elbert, 4 against 2. He's got Anderson available, and Anderson takes a decision he wouldn't have taken if he wasn't on the brink of becoming top scorer, because Jan Matthäus is free to his right. If he rolls it to him, I think he scores, and this is where you have to be a bit careful. I'm not even sure Elbert plays it to Anderson normally. He's onside, he's in his own half. Wide open game, but see here, he's got 2 options to his right, including that left foot of Jan Matthäus. Kind of understand it, but maybe got to get the game won before you worry about that. Fukuda did well to keep his eye on that. Ichimori with the jump in front of him. Pushing for an equalising goal, the 11 of Kyoto Sanga. They've won a corner. Shogo Asada. There's the goal again. Such a clever assist, isn't it, from Riku Yamane? Shame for them that Anderson wasn't quite as clever. Subsequently, there you go, they're level. That number 1 position, there isn't a tiebreaker, by the way. They would share it. Sometimes in some leagues it goes to assists next, but that would be Asako. He's had 8 assists in this campaign, but They would be joint top scorer, which I think is probably right anyway. Assists is always a little bit of a vague statistic, isn't it? It only becomes an assist if the person scores. Oh, great trick from Jan Matthäus. Look at that. Here's Anderson. I think again they were a bit too bothered about Anderson getting the chance there. Where he chops it back inside. He's been one of the stars of the season for me, Jan Matthäus. Second year at the club. Fukuda. Interesting to see how much time we have added. It doesn't always correspond to the delays in the game. Fukuda, oh, teed up beautifully and headed wide by Kinoshita. Does like to make that late run at the far post, and he does it really well. Actually a long way off that from what was a reasonable opportunity. As he climbed here, he'd like to have done better. Four added minutes. Elbert nearly got away, but well read by Tauia Appia in the end. Toyokawa. There's the throw from Fukuda. Jan Matthäus. Really smart play here from Jan Matthäus, and Anderson's there! It was just beyond him. He couldn't quite time the jump right. Look at this though from Jan Matthäus, so confident. Trusted his pace there, and then it's nearly right, isn't it? I think Anderson just on his heels a touch maybe. Hara. Just got away from Elbert. Into the final minute of the four we go. Oh, lovely bit of interplay here. Good challenge, but it's how Yokohama Marinos are having to play, a bit on the stretch. Trust in tackles like that because they're going forward at the other end. It's made for a very good spectacle so far. Kawasaki. There's Kaneko. Oh, they find a way through this time, and there's the equalizing goal from Toyokawa. Right on the stroke of half-time. They'll have a look at the offside here, but he was probably just okay. Desperately trying to hold his run, and he does. Great turn, really smart finish. Doesn't he take that well? And there's the half-time whistle. So the 10 men of the Yokohama Marinos took the lead and were holding on, but then all those defensive risks they were having to take, in the end, one of them came back to bite them. So it was Anderson who moved to 22 for the campaign and is currently the joint top scorer, who gave Yokohama Marinos the lead after Tsunoda had been unfortunately sent off 4 minutes prior to that. And then Yuta Toyokawa right on the stroke of half-time as Cho does a team talk before his players even go in. At half-time, it was Toyokawa with the equalising goal, and he believes they could go on and win this in the second half. Good, strong bit of coaching, that bit of fire in all of that. Half-time, Kyoto Sanga 1, Yokohama Marinos 1. Welcome back to Kyoto. Half-time, well, 1-1, but 11 against 10 in favour of Kyoto Sanga after Tsunoda was sent off 20 minutes in. And that goal, you feel, from Toyokawa right on the stroke of half-time feels so important. They made a change, the Yokohama Marinos as well, slightly surprising one. Takumi Kamijima is on to replace Elber. So whether that's a question of just preserving energy ahead of that huge Champions League game in 10 days' time, well, it might be, mightn't it? Addison bundled in the back there. Feels like they lose an edge with Elber, but also thinking about things tactically, deciding eventually that he needed to change the shape and put the centre-half back out there, having taken a risk with that 3-3-3 formation. He's gone back to 2 central defenders to 4 at the back, which will just blunt them a bit, but might make them a touch more secure. Look at 1-0 up. Muscat was thinking if we score the next goal, then we're okay to play like this and might go on to win a shootout, but now it's 1-1. You probably have to think differently. You can understand it. Carlos Eduardo. There's Watanabe, and they've given it away, and now it's Hara. It's going to be a free kick anyway for the challenge by Koto Watanabe. It's a yellow card as well. Fair to say he earned that. That wasn't the best punch from Ichimori. That is deflected behind for a corner. Sliced off the right boot of Ken Matsubara, nearly sliced that behind for a corner. Throw to be taken by Asada. Inoue. There's Kaneko. Jan Mateus for Anderson. Instant he gets the ball, he's surrounded, isn't he? Makes it very tough. Even harder when you're playing with 10. They've got that extra player. Hara lets that go behind for the corner. Start to this second half from Kyoto Sanga. Watanabe. Long towards Anderson. He's going to chase that all the way. From Watanabe. That was a risky pass from Ichimori, and they might yet pay the price here. Kinoshita. Kaneko. Inoue. Matsuda hit the post in the first half, chasing forward, yet to score in this campaign. Certainly should have scored. Appiah. Here's Nam. Bounced off the referee. Time was when play would have been allowed to continue there, and Kyoto Sanga would have got on the front foot. The drummer's been busy today. Got a break until March or so. Can rest the hands, we can rest the ears, and then they will go again. Big climb from Hara. Oh, that falls again here for Hara. Oh, and it's through and in! And they've turned it round. The angle seemed fairly impossible there. But Taichi Hara makes it 2-1 for Kyoto Sanga. I think Ichimori's at fault here, let's see. Well, firstly, that's poor from Kamijima, and it shouldn't beat the goalkeeper like that. Through the legs it went. Carlos Eduardo was a bit slow to respond as well here. Hara does well. But that's a very poor goal to concede. His team has responded well, albeit with 11 against 10, but having conceded, they've done well to effectively score 2 goals in 9 minutes either side of half-time. Hara's 7th of the campaign. Well, what about the motivation of the Yokohama Marinos here? They know they can only finish second. They can't catch anyone and they can't be caught. And they do have a huge Champions League game coming up next week, the week after this coming one. 10 days' time that will be, and you know, the only motivation really is whether or not Anderson can be top scorer. He's currently level with Yuya Asako. Bissell still drawing 0-0 at Gamba, and Asako is still on. Ken Matsubara. It's strange for Muscat as well, because I think he wouldn't normally want to keep Anderson on for 90 minutes, but he'll probably feel he has to. At least that Champions League game isn't in 3 days' time or anything. Here is Anderson. Only 11 goals last season. He's doubled that in this campaign in his 2nd year. Appiah. Inoue. Now it's Asada. There's Matsuda. Kaneko. Hara now. There's Tauya Appiah. Taichi Hara. Super ball in, oh, what a finish that is! That's a real stunner from Sota Kawasaki. Kyoto Sanga pile on the pain here. Now they make it 3-1. Glorious finish that from Kawasaki. And having lost 4-1 against the Yokohama Marinos earlier in the campaign, they're on their way to a large slice of revenge here. It's a terrific ball dragged back in, and that is some finish. And he meant it as well. Strangely, Muscat changed the system back at half-time to try and make them more defensively solid, and now he might be wishing he kept it the same. J-League debut for the 18-year-old Sora Hiraga. he is thrown on. Toyokawa, the player who's made way. Real faith in the youngster to give him this long, over half an hour, albeit with a 3-1 lead. Matsubara. Looking to respond here, Jan Mateus for Matsubara in towards Anderson. It was the right idea from the right back to fizz it in quickly. If they could come back from this, it really would be something. Jan Mateus. But he went to ground and he looked at the referee, didn't he? Now it's Kyoto Sanga full of confidence. Here's the young substitute, Hiraga. He'll be loving this opportunity. Special day, that. Tell you that Vissel Kobe have just scored at Gamba. It's whether Osako scored it. We'll confirm that in a moment for you, just with that Anderson story ongoing. Carlos Eduardo. So plenty still to be decided in terms of the minor honours, as it were. We know that Vissel are champions and they really want to finish with a win at Gamba as well to sort of ram home that point, but had Yokohama needed to win this game to win the title, of course things may have gone differently, but they're a long way from doing that right now, hampered by that fairly early red card. Hiraga. Yokohama all over the place, and that's deflected just behind. That was very nearly four. Thing is that momentum does matter. They will not want to go into that game of significance in the Champions League on the back of a real thumping here. By the way, the goal in that Gamba Vissel game was scored by Jean Patrick, not Osako, so it remains 22-22. Six forward here as Hara looks to flick it on. Here's Anderson. Jan Mateus. It's ambitious, but understandably so. Bouncing forward from the back was Kamijima. Asada. Triple change coming up for the Yokohama Marinos. Kamijima. Here's Anderson. Anderson was screaming for it there, but Appiah won the header. The assistant tumbled over on the far side, which always causes great hilarity. Here's Watanabe. Now Matsubara. For a moment, that was a great scything run. Here come those changes. Takuma Nishimura, Kota Mizunuma, Ryo Miyachi. The players coming on. Yeah, he normally would take Anderson off. It's a change he often makes. Jan Mateus comes off, Yamane as well, but he's leaving Anderson out there because of the top scorer narrative. I'm sure that's a conversation they've had, and Anderson's happy to be there. Whether it's the wisest thing in terms of progressing in the Champions League. Anyway. It'd be annoying for Anderson if they won a late penalty or something and he wasn't there to take it. Osako on 22, Anderson on 22. That is where we stand right now. Final quarter of the final game of this J-League season. We know Vissel Kobe are champions, and the Yokohama Marinos of Kevin Muscat will finish second. Don't know who will end as the league top scorer. hands full here with Kyoto Sanga behind for a corner. There's Taichi Hara. Here's Matsubara, but he just stretched there. Taken down by Kinoshita. He's done really well, he's gone over! I thought he was fouled there, Kinoshita. As he went to shoot, I thought standing leg was maybe clipped there. We'll see, they'll have a look at this for sure. Carlos Eduardo has stayed down after that contact. Let's have a look. No, it's the other way round. Referee was right. This would be a worry, because he's such a massive player for Muscat with that huge game to come. As you can see, 18,500, the attendance here. There are the drummers, in case you're wondering. There's even a cymbal there. Well, hopefully, from their point of view, it's just a kick on the calf and he'll be fine. Just one of those impact injuries. Yeah, it looks like he's okay. Vissel Kobe have just made a double change, by the way, but Osako stays out there. Same thing's happening there, I think. Gamba Osaka as is here. They're giving them, Anderson and Osako, the best possible chance of potentially nicking this top scorer crown. The final moments of the season, they're going to bring off Carlos Eduardo. That's common sense after that kick, just to make sure, but I think he's going to be okay. Yeah, at least there's a smile on the face. Keigo Sakakibara is going to come on. It's going to be a change in system again, or someone else is going to have to play centre half. Maybe Matsubara can do that. Only a third substitute appearance of the season for 23-year-old Sakakibara in his first year as a pro. And there's his first touch. Crunching challenge, and every one of those will worry Kevin Muscat, because he's left Anderson out there. Yeah, Matsubara has gone into play at centre half. Sakakibara at right back. Here he is on the ball now. That's a clever flick through, and it's actually a good bit of defending in the end there from Appiah. Sakakibara with the throw. Well, it'll be a nice finish to the J-League campaign for Kyoto Sanga. Won't quite take them into the top half of the table, but it takes them up to 13th, and if they were at the moment to score again, they'd go up to 12th. Matsubara. That pass was always on, but it was just overhit by a fraction there to Kota Mizunuma. Matsubara. Header won there by Appiah. Hiraga. Drags it this way, and that still goes Hiraga. Clever touch that was from Anderson. Sakakibara. They're one down here against the 10 men, Kyoto Sanga, and they've come flying back. A goal on the stroke of half-time from Toyokawa, and then Hara and Kawasaki with a wonderful finish to make it 3-1. Another change coming from Kevin Muscat. Patrick's going to come on here for Kyoto. It's Matsuda who got a bang on the ankle. He's going to make a triple change, I think, Chokui J. There's Sakakibara. Sakakibara just rolls that through. It's Fukuoka, Ichimi and Anderson Patrick who are going to come on, and those changes come now. We already knew Matsuda was going off. Kyosato on here for Asada. Fukuoka, John Patrick, the others, Hara, after scoring the goal that put them in front, also makes way. Final 7 minutes of the 90 here. Well, Yokohama could come back and still draw the game. It feels like the two chief subplots now, the remainder of this J-League season, are Anderson here and Asako in Osaka. 22 goals apiece. Are they going to share the top scorer crown, or is one of them going to win it late in the season? There he is, Anderson. Still Vissel lead at Gamba by 1-0. Anderson Patrick, as you can see, 10 goals in this campaign for the 36-year-old. First season at the club, and they bought him really for double-figure goals. Fukuda. Oh, they managed to all stay onside here. This a chance for number 4. Fukuoka did everything right, really got in front of the defender, and it was the right idea, and just wide of the post rather than inside it. Those are the kind of finishes they practice over and over. Matsubara. Anderson! And then it's volleyed over. Well, it was blocked. Didn't make the contact he would have wanted, but it's half a chance. It shows that it could yet be on for him. He was linked with that Millwall job, Kevin Muscat, and by all accounts would have taken it had it been offered. Former club of his, of course. Played for Crystal Palace and Wolverhampton Wanderers in England, and Melbourne Victory in Australia. Kinoshita. There's Ichimi. Now Hiraga. Picked up now by Anderson Patrick, and just froze momentarily, but Matsubara did well. 3 minutes plus whatever is added. There's a bit longer to play in the game in Osaka, so Osaka will have probably a couple more minutes. Of course, any penalty in either game, we know who's taking it. Best for him, 20 goals for Sanfrecce in 2018. Currently level on goal difference with KYOCERA, who are 12th ahead of their 13th, Kyoto Sanga, and so behind currently on goals scored. So a goal here would send them 12th. Gamba Zagreb equalised in that game against Vissel. Not that it matters. It's all about the winning margin. They'd win the league by 5 points as it stands. It was 7, but that equalising goal has just pulled them back. Incredible achievement, isn't it, by Vissel, who certainly were nowhere near the top of anyone's list. To win it by that much. Oh, it's a chance! Oh, they might just be going 12th. Beaten by 4 goals to 1. And now they reflect that scoreline here, and what a moment for the 18-year-old Sora Hiraga. On J-League debut, he comes up with a goal and he's absolutely thrilled, you can see. Isn't that a glorious moment? I just hope it's not taken away by VAR. I think he was just onside. Doesn't he take it well? And the joy of his teammates for him as well. And the fact that it's a goal of significance, it'll make them some money, it'll take them to 12th. That's just lovely for him. Big, big smile, biggest of the day. Get used to this, young man. You've just celebrated and you're all happy, and now they're checking for offside. Isn't VAR great? Doesn't it make the game better and more enjoyable? By the way, the Gamba Osaka goal, talking of VAR, has been taken away from them. So at the moment, Vissel are winning the league by 7 points. This is close, by the way. Just from an initial view of it, 5 added minutes, but that's going to be added too. Here it is again. Fingers crossed for the teenager here. Is he being played on this near side? That's the question, isn't it? No one else is in the way of play or anything like that. That would be a nonsense. Anderson Patrick wasn't in the goalkeeper's eye line or anything like that. Of course, the good news is if it's given, he's got a second celebration, but we wait and we wait. Oh dear, it's been taken away. Remember the laws of the game. Benefit of the doubt goes to the attacking player. Well, VAR's got rid of that law. It's not the game that we used to play, is it? So back to 3-1, that cost them 12th at the moment. Sakakibara. Now Anderson, he's going to line it up. I don't blame him. Oh, what a strike! That would have been some way to finish as top scorer. Denied by a good save from Gu Sung-yun. But it earns them a corner, for which the goalkeeper brilliantly is forward for no apparent reason. I love it. Ichimori's up there. In comes the cross, another good header by Tawia Appiah. All eyes on Anderson here as it's just beyond. Anderson was not the player nearest to it. So we have 2 more minutes here, plus I suspect another 2. Anderson Patrick. Keeps it in play! Oh! Kinoshita, miss of the season with one of the final kicks of the season. Brilliant. We've had some fun here. sure at home, as that ball was rolled across, you were hoping it was going to be the youngster Hiraga on the end of it. Taiki Hirato on for Kawasaki, scorer of that lovely third goal. It's foul and a yellow card. There've only been 2 yellow cards to go along with the red. Yep, confirmation it was Shinpai Fukuoka. Final minute of the added 5, but I still reckon a couple of minutes beyond that. There is still time for Anderson. They've got a corner. Is the keeper going to come forward again? There's the Yokohama fans. In from Mizunuma, it's beyond everyone. What a waste that is. Now Fukuoka. So we're over the 5. That 5 should have been extended, because we were just ticking over the 90 when we had that long VAR. Shot at the near post is just, I thought, touch behind, but no. So it will be a chance for Ichimori to clear. It'll be one final chance for Yokohama Marinos, who've tilted for the title but have lost it to Vissel. And they have a free kick today, and they can get it forward one final time towards Anderson. Matsubara. It's overhit, and that will probably be the season, I think. Into added time as well in Osaka. No goal there for Yuya Osako, so it's odds on now that they're going to share it. Brings the season to a close. Kyoto Sanga with a comfortable win, in the end by 3 goals to 1, with Hiraga's goal ruled out. So it will be, unless KYOCERA have conceded again, which they haven't, a 13th place finish for Kyoto Sanga, and the Yokohama Marinos will finish second, as we always knew, and it would seem that the goal for Anderson will make him the joint top scorer. They did take the lead through that goal, having had Tsunoda sent off, then Hara and Kawasaki, after the equalizer from Toyokawa, made sure of the win. Anderson finishes his season on 22. Marinos now have a huge Champions League game to look forward to. The season is done. It finished Kyoto Sanga 3, Yokohama Marinos 1. So we will hang around to hear from one of the Kyoto Sanga stars, presumably, anyway. You can imagine one of the goal scorers will be joining us. At least he didn't miss a big chance to win it outright, and at least he will finish as joint top scorer, unless there's a late goal, of course, in the other game. Vissel Kobe on their way to winning the league by 7 points, which is remarkable. And Kyoto Sanga, well, if Cho stays, and of course they do often change manager, then there'll be plenty to build on. And when you see a performance like this, they shouldn't really be finishing in the bottom half, should they? They just haven't been consistent enough throughout the campaign. Always nice with the fan culture in a country like Japan that you get to finish at home, to really wave goodbye to the season and then wait for it all to restart in the spring. Of course, it's not finishing really for the Yokohama Marinos. What a game that is against Shandong. Home game for them in 10 days' time to decide whether or not they're going to go through in the Champions League, so they still have much work to do. And I think they'll enjoy those 10 days or so of a bit of R&R and, of course, training and so on, but they need to rest those bodies. They're going to go over and see the travelling fans. And Muscat as well, who knows where his future lies. They had a really good go at retaining their title, but in the end they fell just short. They won it by 2 points from Kawasaki Frontale last season. They've lost it by 7 to Vissel. That game has finished. Asako has not scored, so it will be Anderson and Asako level at the top in terms of that race to be top scorer. Let's hear now from one of the heroes.
今季の最終戦、去年 J1 に昇格してから一度も勝つことができなかった F マリノスに勝利しました。今の気持ちをお聞かせください。
最終戦、相手は優勝を逃してしまって、自分たち残留決まった状態で、なかなか難しい試合だったと思うんですけれども、前半苦しい中でも 1-1 にできたからこそ、やっぱ後半自分たちの勢いに乗れたかなというふうに思いますし、やっぱ全員が最後ここでホームでマリノス相手に勝つんだっていう強い気持ちが本当に全てだったかなと思います。
ご自身もこの